Clinging on to that fourth spot in Northern Maine Class B. They've won 10 in a row. I think one of the interesting things about that is in their 10-game winning streak, they've not played a team with a winning record. Last team with a winning record we played was the Arnold game on New Year's Eve, which they lost by 10. In that 10-game winning streak for Old Town, they've been winning by a margin of about 31 points per ball game. So I think Old Town really wants to find a little bit about themselves tonight because it's been so long since they played a strong opponent. And then Foxcroft Academy, they come in at 11-4 on the season, and sitting in 6th place right now in Class B, and plenty of heel points this week. They got a big game tonight here with Old Town, Dexter on Wednesday night here, and then also Presque Isle on Friday. All games that we will have here on Eastern Maine Sports.
Yeah, absolutely. And these two teams are only going to see each other the one time. So a lot of heel points up for grabs in this one chance opportunity. Old Town, like you said, Bob, they're really just trying to hold on to this 4th place spot at the moment. And the Ponies, they're clawing and trying to get into that top 4. And to do so, you got to think they're going to have to get the win here tonight. But that's going to be easier said than done. We want to thank you again for joining us on the Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union pregame show. One more time, my name is Zach White, joined by Bob Beetham. We're doing the commentary for you this evening. Bob, you mentioned that these two teams, you mentioned their record, the Ponies 11-4. Old Town are coming in 14-2, 10-game win streak. As you mentioned, a little bit more about both sides before we take our first commercial break of the evening. Foxcroft's coming in averaging around 58 points per game. They're allowing about 46 points per game. Old Town, they're averaging 67.5, only allowing 42.3. It's a pretty good spread that Old Town has, as you mentioned. 10-game win streak for them, averaging a very large margin of victory. Their plus-minus on the season for Old Town is around 400, according to Maine basketball rankings on those stats. So they outscored their opponents by quite a few points on this season. But we're going to talk about this a little bit more in the moment. But the game tonight is going to come down to the defensive end and who can defend at a higher level. But we're going to get into that in a moment. At this time, we're going to take it over to a quick commercial break, and you're going to rejoin us for more on the Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union pregame show.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine. Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the MPA, are the 49,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Maine. And so, we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best. Sluggers Baseball and Softball Training offers a variety of classes and leagues to expose you to a wider view of the game. Sluggers leads the way in baseball and softball training with industry-leading technology such as HitTrax that combines a traditional batting cage experience with modern analytics, all from the virtual diamond of your favorite ballpark. Check out Sluggers today on Facebook, schedule online, or call 207-951-2250 to start your journey with the best training staff around. Excellence starts at Sluggers.
And stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business.
Welcome back to Foxcroft Academy for tonight's varsity action between the Foxcroft Academy Ponies and the visiting Old Town Coyotes. One more time, my name's Zach White, joined by Bob Beetham. We're going to be doing the commentary for you this evening. Bob, it's a good one. We're all excited. We thank you again for joining us, as we want to thank the sponsors who have helped make these broadcasts free and accessible for everybody. We saw a few of them on our commercials, but we want to take the time to thank a few more. Black Bear Crane. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. If you need a vehicle, contact Sonny, Sean, Brian, or Ryan at Hartley's. Easy financing available. Great selection of new and used. Call 207-368-5751. We also want to thank tonight's replay sponsor, Maine Mapping Company. Maine Mapping Company provides all of your land surveying and mapping needs throughout the state of Maine. Centrally located in Dexter, Maine Mapping provides boundary, topographic, and aerial surveys, as well as construction survey services statewide. Visit us at www.mainemappingco.com or check out our Facebook page to get more information or request a quote. All right, Bob, let's get into a little bit more about either side here. On Old Town side, what are some of the things we can expect to see out of them, or some of the game plan they might have to have tonight?
I think one of the keys for Old Town, and really the key for both teams, is really to be able to establish the interior and a bifit, and then certainly Brendan Mahaney really key plays on the interior for Old Town. And then on the Foxcroft Academy side, too, Fernando Oliveira, and then coming off the bench for them, Ivan Mudichev. Thank you. I was drawing a blank there on the name Ivan Mudichev for Foxcroft Academy. Because I think really who can control the interior tonight. And I think shot selection too for both teams. I know the games that Foxcroft has lost this year, and their 4 losses, what's really hurt them is quick shots and then the other team getting out in transition. Again, Old Town has size, but they also like to get out in transition. They like to run the floor, and they'll really mix it up on the perimeter as well as their inside game.
Yeah, absolutely, Bob. And just kind of echo and extend a few of those points you mentioned, really breaking down the game well. I mentioned it before we went on this first commercial break. I think that a lot of this game is also going to come down to who can defend at a higher level. It's going to be tough to see how the contrast in styles is. The Foxcroft Academy Ponies, they're a tough and physical team, but Old Town has that size that you just mentioned. And Mudichev, he has a ton of size. Oliveira has a ton of size. But across the board, the Coyotes are long, they can play fast, and they can play on the interior. With that, it's going to come the defense. It's going to come the rebounding. Both of these teams are allowing 46 points per game for Ponies, and Old Town's even better at 42 points per game. So we're going to see defense out here, and it's going to be interesting to see how those two styles compare with one another. On Foxcroft sides, having seen them a little bit, I expect some of the key players that you're going to have to see on Foxcroft sides and Old Town be interested to see how they limit these players. Jaden Richard really sets the tempo and pace of the offense. Primary ball handler and does a lot of positive things for this Pony squad. Caden Crocker, when he gets hot, he's tough to stop from 3, really from anywhere inside the half-court line. Oliveira, since he's been inserted to the starting lineup, he's been a huge spark plug for this team. Very yin and yang on this side. Dark horse player and final player on Foxcroft side, Connor. I believe what he can do and extend the court at times, Bob, and knock down necessary shots. He's a dark horse. Yeah, I think he's huge in this ball game tonight, too. And then coming off the bench for them, too, they're going to have Jackson Smith, who we talked about earlier in the ball class that we had. I believe it was the Central game, but he's a real spark plug for them as well. But so he's going to come off the bench for them and probably see some key minutes. Real good defender. He's not going to do anything out there to hurt you at all. Takes care of the basketball pretty well and makes all of those hustle plays, too, for Foxcroft Academy. I think one of the keys for Foxcroft, too, again, Caden Crocker's been a pretty consistent scorer for them. Jaden Richards been a real consistent scorer. So finding that maybe third and fourth score tonight, I think is going to be real key for Foxcroft Academy. Absolutely, indeed. We want to, at this time, take it over to a replay of some of the previous action we've had. DRHS versus PCHS, that's Dexter versus Guilford. You saw it here on East Main Sports. We're going to show it to you again in a replay form of the highlights.
He's going to go down and put it down. 5-0. Door to the rebound, up and in. Knocked away, going to end up in the hands of Connor. Here comes Kaznias again, and he puts it down again. Kaznias all the way. Oh, nice move, up and in. Oh, nice move. Cross court to Connor. He's open again. He's already has 2 of those. Make that he has 3. Connor with another 3. This one no good. But Spratt's in there with a rebound. Good job by Spratt. Obviously. If you did, you get over 120 points. Kaznias up and in. Kaznias. Oh, beautiful move. Up and in. Oh, here comes Connor. He's at a 2-on-1. Throws it up to Kaznias. He goes up and in. Oh, nice move by Kaznias, up and in. That's the only loss for them this season. Well, Kaznias goes baseline, up and in. Doherty. Reynolds, he can shoot it. He'll shoot that one. He makes it. Under a minute left, third quarter. Oh, nice move there by Higgins. 7:28. We're only in the third quarter, 30 seconds left. Tries to go to the hoop. Nice move, up and in. Dane. Tracy has it, takes the long jumper. It's in!
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Welcome back here as we wrap up the Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union pregame show. Thank you very much for joining us. Both sides preparing for the starting lineup announcements, and then the national anthem will follow. So at this time, we're going to send it over to the public address announcers. They introduce the starting lineups for tonight's action.
There'll be none other than the Foxcroft Academy Football Center, Jack Caruso in the lineups.
Yep. Saw a lot of him during the football season. Did a great job for the Pony Squad. They had quite the year if you were able to join us in the fall season.
He better not be taking my job here someday.
Well, who knows, Bob?
Never know. But anyway, he'll be doing the starting lineups and does a fine job.
That he does. We're going to pass it over to the starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of Foxcroft Academy for tonight's boys basketball game between the visiting Coyotes from Old Town High School and your Foxcroft Academy Ponies. Foxcroft Academy and Old Town are both proud members of the Big East Basketball Conference and we value sportsmanship. Please cheer positively for all the players involved. We hope you enjoy tonight's game. Now let's meet the starters first for the visiting Coyotes. At guard, senior number 1, Braden Brown. At guard, senior number 5, Carson Ellis. At guard, junior number 13, Grayson Thibault. At forward, junior number 34, Brendan Mahaney. And at center for the Coyotes is sophomore number 25, Emmett Bythert. The Coyotes are coached by Garrett Libby, and he's assisted by Carl Parker and Brad Paradis. And now the starting lineups for your Foxcroft Academy Ponies. At guard, at 5'10", junior number 3, Jaden Richards. And the other guard is 6-foot senior, number 23, Caden Crocker. And forward at 5'10", senior, number 14, Cameron Chase. At the other forward is 6'2", senior, number 31, Adam Connor. And at center for the Ponies is 6'4", senior, number 34, Fernando Oliveira. The Ponies are coached by Tony Nelson and he's assisted by Ryan Bacon and Drew Denker. The officials for today's game are Mr. Prescott and Mr. Hogan. Now we ask that you all please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem by the Foxcroft Academy Band under direction of Mr. Josh Guthrie.
We've had the starting lineups, the national anthem. Only thing left to do, jump ball and get this game underway today, Bob.
Yeah, I think we might see a lot of defensive adjustments here tonight, both Old Town and Foxcroft Academy. Both teams primarily they're going to rely on their half-court man-to-man defense, but I think Old Town you might see some 1-2, 1-1 full-court pressure at times. And then Foxcroft Academy, you might see some 2-3 zone to try to counteract the interior play of Old Town.
Yeah, definitely a lot of things to check out in tonight's action. The Ponies, they come away with a tip. Pass inside, get an early start, but blocked away and rebounded by the Coyotes. They're off in transition. Still swinging the ball around. Another drive, good defense. Almost a better shot there by Brown on the interior, but Crocker, he comes away with it.
Yeah, and Foxcroft came right in a 2-3 zone right away.
And Crocker, coast to coast. Caden Crocker. What a start we're having right now, Bob. 3 on the other end, plus the harm. I didn't even have time to put that down in the notebook. One more opportunity coming from the line for Brayden Brown. You don't see this often, Bob. Chance at the 4-point play. Brown off, battle for the rebound, knocked out of play. Going to go back to the Ponies. That was off Mahaney.
And Old Town going to pick up full court man-to-man pressure right here.
Be interested to see how the Ponies handle this pressure early on here tonight. Richard does a great job at the point guard position. Dribbling through the press here, but stolen away for a moment. But it ended up in the hands of Connor. One extra pass. Richard to Oliveira for 2.
Got a score on a busted play that time. Grayson Tebow did a great job on the ball defensively against Jaden Richard that time, but Foxcroft able to get the basket.
And Richard, he poked that one away, trying to keep the ball alive. Bodies on the floor. And Adam Connor, he stepped out of play. It's going to go back to Old Town. That's what you like to see early in action, Bob. Both teams getting after it early.
Yeah, both teams going to play awfully hard, too. Again, whoever should happen to lose this game tonight, it's not going to be because of lack of effort. Both teams really going to get after it and play hard.
And you can feel the intensity in the gym on the drive here all the way to the rack for 2. Nice take by Carson Ellis. Gets the 2 points of fall there. 6:30 rather, very early into this basketball game, remaining in this first quarter. Ball swung around. Adam Connor off the dive. Crocker the extra pass. Chase, good look, makes it.
And a real nice cut that time by Crocker. Got the ball in the paint and was able, he drew the help defense that time, was able to get it to Chase for the basket.
Great look by Connor. Brown kicks it out now. Shot put up, put in. Nice shot there by Grayson Tebow. Both sides scoring pretty efficiently early on in the action here, Bob.
And Grayson Tebow, just a real good on-the-ball defender. We're going to get a ball screen here for Caden Crocker. Try to free.
Richard threw it up, was off the mark, but good offensive rebound by Chase, who got it back to Richard, but nothing home. Ponies, they're going to look to reset the offense here. Richard, left hand on the drive, off the mark. Oliveira, the follow, also off. Ultimately goes to Old Town.
The Foxcroft Academy did a real nice job that time setting up ball screens. We're really creating some defensive mismatches. Richard just missed at the rim, but he had the big guy, Byther, guarding him there, going to the basket.
Absolutely, and now setting up the offense is Brown. Screen set by Byther, looking on the roll. Brown, nice kick to the corner. That's Tebow. Shot fake. Finally puts it up and puts it in. Beautiful control of the offense so far in the early going by Old Town and Grayson Tebow. 4 first quarter points already. Connor now. Richard takes a dribble, puts up a shot. Off the mark, rebounded, brought down by Byther. So now Old Town got it going the other way. Shot put up, put in by Brown.
Second three of the ball game for Brown so far.
He's got the hot hand going early. 6-12 our score. 4:15 remaining in this opening quarter of action. And defense on display for Old Town.
Yeah, Mahaney doing a real nice job defending and helping on the baseline off that dribble drive.
And great on-ball defense on display here by Ellis. Get some help now. Ball kicked to the corner. Oliveira takes a shot off the mark. Nice strong rebound brought in by Mahaney. Transition now. Another three opportunity from the corner and good.
And we're going to have a
transition now. Another three opportunity from the corner and good.
And stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business.
Welcome back here, Bob, and Braden Brown, hot hand early on, 3 3-pointers, 3:50 remaining in this first quarter of action.
Real hot hand. You wonder if Foxcroft Academy might make an adjustment of a timeout, maybe send a couple extra guys back on defense, maybe forfeit some offensive rebounding opportunities because Old Town really hurting them in transition right now.
That they are. Wyatt Rayfield newly checked into the ball game for the Ponies. He brought the ball down on that opportunity. Oliveira, good fight to the rim for 2.
Yeah, good strong drive to the basket and finished with a power move inside.
He's very tough on the interior is Fernando Oliveira, but so far, Old Town, they've been locked in offensively as Tebow takes a step back, puts a shot up, and puts it in. When you make shots early, you're tough to beat, especially if you're Old Town here, and you're seeing a lot of the reason why they're 14-2 on the season. On a 10-game win streak. Nice dump-off pass. Jackson Smith thumping in for 2.
Yeah, good penetration of the paint that time by Richard. Was able to beat his man with the crossover dribble and got it to Jackson for the easy 2 points.
Tebow has it now. Screen set by Brown. Looking for the post-up opportunity inside. Played inside. Good strong move. Up and in for 2. Nice move by Emmett Byther there. And that's the size that we were talking about in the pregame show there, Bob. It's just tough to contend with.
Yeah, Old Town's so complete offensively. They've got the perimeter shooters, good guard play, and then they can beat you inside with either Byther or Mahaney.
And Jackson Smith, no slouch for the Ponies. He takes a shot, takes a runner, and the harm. Jackson Smith, no slouch for the Ponies. He takes a shot, takes a runner, and the hop. Shaw, the shot again there, courtesy Maine Mapping Company, replay sponsor of the game. Nice take there by Jackson Smith. You know, there's a lot of positive things for this Pony squad off the bench and has a chance to convert the three-point opportunity. Off the mark. Rebound brought down by Old Town. That's Gifford newly into the game. Brown has got the 3 first quarter three-pointers. Dumped it off to Byther. Took a nice little jump shot there, but off the mark. Now Crocker had that one poked away. Gifford up and off the mark, but rebound brought down and up and in by Ellis.
Yeah, you talk about Gabe Gifford. He was on the all-tournament team last year. It shows you, really speaks to the depth of Old Town, is that you're bringing somebody like that off the bench for you.
Absolutely a complete team indeed. You're seeing it on display scoring-wise in this opening quarter. And look at the defensive intensity, really extending that pressure far beyond the perimeter. Drive there, Crocker. Thought he was going to get whistled for the charge there, but referee on the baseline had a better look. That's going to be a blocking foul. It's going to go against Tebow there, yeah. Pretty clean first quarter of action, Bob. Not a lot of fouls on either side.
Really, really has been. Again, you've had a lot of perimeter shooting too, and then, when the ball's going through the basket, too, there's not a whole lot of opportunities to call fouls.
Yeah, fast-moving quarter. Mudachev and Connor check back in. Last opportunity for the Ponies as Crocker puts up a 3. So Ponies, no slouch on offense this quarter. It's just been an explosion by Old Town as they lead 22-15. As Tebow going to take another look and make another 3. What a first quarter from behind the arc for Old Town. Connor, just inside the free throw line, was off the mark, brought down by Jackson Smith on the rebound. Back over to Crocker. Crocker off the mark. Battle for the board. Eventually brought down by Ellis. That pass just off the mark there. It's going to be a turnover.
And you can live with those turnovers right there, too. We just happened to muff the ball out of bounds, but again, fundamentally, nothing they did wrong there. Just didn't catch the ball on the baseline, which happens.
Yeah, and Fernandez now checking in for Old Town. Crocker. He's got Gifford on him. With Jaden Richard out of the game, Crocker becomes the new primary ball handler. He dumped it off to Rayfield from the corner. Off the mark, brought down by Byther. Extra pass, Byther now. On the drive, all the way to the rim, up and in for 2.
It's an impressive move that time. Takes the ball from the top of the key. At 6'7", big guy like that, puts the ball on the floor and takes it to the basket.
Tough to stop indeed. Crocker, he kicked it to the corner to Rayfield. Back to Connor. On the roll of the rim, up and in for 2. 17-27 is going to be how this first quarter of action comes to a close. We're going to take it to a quick commercial break and rejoin you.
To Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Sluggers baseball and softball training offers a variety of classes and leagues to expose you to a wider view of the game. Sluggers leads the way in baseball and softball training with industry-leading technology such as HitTrax that combines a traditional batting cage experience with modern analytics, all from the virtual diamond of your favorite ballpark. Check out Sluggers today on Facebook, schedule online, or call 207-951-2250 to start your journey with the best training staff around. Excellence starts at Sluggers.
Welcome back to Foxcroft Academy as we prepare for this second quarter of action. Bob, what an offensive quarter that was either side. 17 points for the Ponies, nothing to slouch at, but Old Town putting up 27 first quarter points, red hot from the field.
They did not miss many shots in that first quarter.
5 total 3-point shots made on the corner, 2 by Tebow and 3 by Braden Brown as the ball's turned over there. Richard going to try to get all the way to the rim, but that was great defense on the interior. Couple of Coyotes might have got a hand on that one, but it ends up being a jump ball. Possession arrow, Foxcroft.
Yeah, and Tebow on the other end kind of got caught passing off the dribble a little bit, got tied up, and then resulted in turnover. Foxcroft ball the other way.
Rayfield tried to get inside, but eventually ends up in the hands of Richard. Slowing down the offense for a moment here, Bob. Rayfield in the corner, has a good look at it, makes a three.
And that resulted from a real good screen on the baseline by Jackson Smith to free him up.
And that gets him within 7 here. 20-27 our score. Fernandez, Byther inside, back outside of Fernandez, clean look, top of the key, off the mark. Ooh, strong battle for the rebound. Nothing dirty on that play, just everybody was going for it. Byther took the fall, gets right back up. That's what you like to see. Players helping one another out, playing hard. Ball played in. Fernandez back to Byther. Very good inside on the post. Mudachev, good defense on that time down. Jackson Smith, he comes away with the board.
And that's really what you don't want is for Old Town is you don't want a shot falling away from your big guy.
But with Mudachev in there, it does give the Ponies back a little bit of that size. Ball was intended for Smith. It did end up finding its way to Jackson Smith, but now a trap in the corner. Threw a couple of legs there. And travel. Richard just trying to do a little too much in that situation. Had the right idea, but give credit to Old Town. Able to sniff out what was going on. Ultimately, it results in a turnover. Tebow, back to Tebow now on the drive. Fernandez open on the opposite side. Clean from 3.
Old Town just so deep, too. I mean, Fernandez is a real solid player off the bench for them, so they really go about 8 or 9 deep and really don't lose anything when they go to the bench.
Bob, 18 of Old Town's 30 points coming from behind the 3-point arc. And as Mudachev was off the mark on that one, Byther, he came away with a rebound there. Tebow, transition, why not? They're falling tonight. Grayson Tebow adds another one. We're going to take a quick break and rejoin you.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
Welcome back here to Foxcroft Academy following the timeout taken by Coach Toby Nelson and the Ponies. Just trying to put a Band-Aid on what's been an offensive onslaught so far by Old Town, Bob.
Oh, absolutely. And again, when you've got that size, they've been able to establish the big people, but at the same time, too, they've really been able to knock down the three-point shot as well. Really everything clicking for Old Town.
As you say, clicking ball played out of bounds there through the hands of Oliveira. Richard, good job getting all the way to the rim there. Try playing the ball back out. Give credit again to this Old Town defense. Tebow brings the ball down. He's got 13 points on the game, including 3 3-pointers. Setting up the offense now. Tebow hands off to Ellis. I believe that's Mahaney on the far side there, Bob. Played it back over to Braden Brown, who had 3 first quarter 3-pointers.
Yeah, Foxcroft doing a little bit better job in their closeouts, too, in this possession as well. If you're going to make Old Town beat you, make him put the ball on the floor and try to drive the basket. At least you can get help with that.
As Fernandez, he does just that and gets 2 points.
Yeah, good move that time by Fernandez.
Easier said than done sometimes, Bob. He's got 5, all of which come in this quarter. Oliveira now trying to come up and set a screen for Richard. Mahaney, good hedge, and he's going to get switched on to Richard for Old Town. Looking to slow it down a little bit here. Trying to find Oliveira inside. Finds Connor. Connor, little hook in the lane off the mark. Good rebound and box out there by Alex Fernandez. Tebow takes a step back. Haven't said this very much, but off the mark on that one for Tebow. Crocker has it. He's racing in transition. Left it off the rim. Good follow by Oliveira for 2. Foul by Wyatt Rayfield. On the other end, trying to get the quick steal, create an opportunity for his squad.
Yeah, and Oliveira did a really nice job that time, sprinted down the floor and was in perfect position to rebound the miss and put the ball back in.
Both sides are running a lot this game. Definitely a higher paced game we're seeing out here on full display.
Yeah, 2 very well-conditioned teams.
And nice move inside. Mahaney up and in for 2. Good look by Tebow, able to find Mahaney and look like Crocker went for the steal there just a little late.
Yeah, and then the problem was, though, he didn't get the steal. There was no help side defense, and Mahaney was able to get the easy layup.
The other end, there was a foul called. See if they give free throws for Richard. They're going to say he was going up, so Richard's going to have a chance for 2 from the line here. Looking for his first points of the game. Richard good on the first.
You know, we've talked about Tebow scoring so far in the first half, but he's done a really outstanding job defensively for the Coyotes.
That he is. Both good on the free throw attempts for Richard. Now Braden Brown on the other end, blocked by Caden Crocker and rebounded by Jaden Richard. Good transition defense on display. That trip by Old Town. Connor has it now. Miscommunication thrown out of play. Turnover, ball goes back to Old Town. So it looks like when there's opportunities to slow down a little bit, Foxcroft's having some trouble trying to get into the flow of their offense in the half court. Pass inside, Mahaney up and in for 2.
And a great lead pass that time by Tebow, and Mahaney did a really nice job too, giving him a nice target to put the ball right there for the easy layup.
Been very impressed with Grayson Tebow so far in this one, scoring the ball defensively and now passing. As you see Richard going to the rack on that attempt. Timeout taken. We're going to take it with you and rejoin you in a moment.
To Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Welcome back here to Foxcroft Academy following the timeout by Coach Libby in Old Town. Didn't like what he saw on that defensive trip down at least and wanted to talk it over with his side, maybe mix up a look or 2. Ellis has it, over to Brown. Brown shot off the mark, rebounded Cameron Chase. I think the Ponies are holding their breath when a clean look at 3 has been put up by Old Town, as they've been red hot from behind the arc tonight. Already 39 first half points with 2:11 remaining. Richard trying to get all the way to the rim. Good interior defense. Ellis able to get the steal, but stolen back by Chase. Ponies looking to settle it down a little bit here. White hot pass inside. Crocker intended for Oliveira through the hands. Turnover back to Old Town.
Little tough to handle that pass that time.
Right idea, just had a little too much steam on it there as Gifford and Beither both check back in for Old Town here. 1:46 remaining in this first half of action. Tebow. Dump off to Ellis. Ellis back out to Alex Fernandez. Fernandez, the runner, off the mark. Rebound Jackson Smith, but stolen away by Fernandez. Extra pass to the corner. Shot put up. Off the mark. Rebound Chase.
Yeah, well defended that time by, again, that spark plug, Jackson Smith, did a nice job defending that time.
Does a lot of positive things off the bench for this Pony squad as Beither brings down another rebound. Now has the top of the key. Thought about it. Dumped it off to Tebow. Gets it back inside. Going to work now. Fouled. Going to have a chance for 2 from the line. Emmett Beither, he's just so tough to handle on the interior for this Old Town squad. First attempt from the line coming here. He's off on the first. It's not just the size that Beither has, Bob. He's very quick and aggressive with his post moves. Very tough to defend when you have that combo.
And only a sophomore, too.
Yeah, going to be a very good player for years to come. Good on the second. Now under a minute remaining in this first half of action. Oliveira hands off to Richard. Richard on the drive now. Knocked around in traffic. And it's going to be a turnover going the other way. Now is Old Town. 40 seconds remaining. Beither all the way to the rim, up and in.
Yeah, good strong move to the basket that time. Put the ball on the floor, drove to the basket, got the easy 2 points.
And now Richard. Under 30 seconds remaining. Takes a shot right from the elbow, up and in for 2.
Yeah, got to the paint that time. Nice little pull-up jumper for Richard.
Richard's got 6, all of which coming in the second quarter of action. Nice move by Tebow. Off the mark, but Beither able to get it back to Ellis. Fernandez, shot fake, shot put up, left short. Ellis, good hustle by him, but he said they're going to say it a foot on the line. So with 5.4 on the clock, gives the Ponies an opportunity. Oliveira, head of steam, dumps it off. Chase at the buzzer, up and in for 2. Head of steam, dumps it off. Chase at the buzzer, up and in for 2. That's going to be how the first half of action ends. Old Town 42, Foxcroft 30. We're going to take a quick break, rejoin you for the Black Bear Crane halftime show.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the MPA, are the 49,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Maine. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Sluggers Baseball and Softball Training offers a variety of classes and leagues to expose you to a wider view of the game. Sluggers leads the way in baseball and softball training with industry-leading technology such as HitTrax that combines a traditional batting cage experience with modern analytics, all from the virtual diamond of your favorite ballpark. Check out Sluggers today on Facebook, schedule online, or call 207-951-2250 to start your journey with the best training staff around. Excellence starts at Sluggers.
And welcome to the Black Bear Crane Halftime Report. Our guest here this evening is Tyler Mahaney. Tyler is a 7th grader at Leonard Middle School in Old Town and is also the brother of Old Town junior forward Brendan Mahaney. Tyler, welcome to the Black Bear Crane Halftime Show.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what you most enjoy about watching Old Town basketball games. I know you've watched your brother play a lot this year, seen a lot of Old Town games. What do you most enjoy about watching the Coyotes play?
I just like the bond I have with them because I've been around them since 3rd and 4th grade, and I like how they play fast.
Now, you've watched your brother play a lot and probably played with him quite a bit out on the playground and different teams and everything.
Yep.
Maybe describe a little bit about how your game is similar to his and maybe some of the differences in your game between your brothers.
We're both inside scorers. He's better defensive than me. His shooting's probably better than me, but he's a little bit better than me, yeah.
So defense isn't your forte then?
No.
You don't like play your scorer?
Yep.
Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about your middle school season. You understand you just wrapped up your middle school season at Leonard Middle School. Talk to us a little bit about how your season went personally and then also how the team did this year.
I did pretty well this year. Like, I'd get fed the ball down paint. I'd score. A couple times I missed, but we went 6 and 8, and our forward, Jack Braun, when he would just attack the basket, they couldn't stop him.
Great. And how did you do personally?
I did pretty well.
So, of course, young players, too, they all have their pregame rituals that they like to do. What are some of the rituals that you and your team have before a big game?
We normally listen to music in the locker room.
I know I might be afraid to ask this, but what type of music do you generally like to listen to before the game?
Like rap.
Okay. Now, of course, your team has a tradition this year. You like to dress up before games, and the team generally dresses up, which is great to see because a lot of teams, they'll come in here and they look like they just rolled out of bed. So now we got to talk a little bit about this suit you're wearing here. What in the world possessed you to wear something like this, or where did you get this?
Well, I took it upon myself because we've been talking about buying one for a couple years. I got my nickname T-Money when I was in 5th and 6th grade from Matt McInnes, and I've just had it for so long. So I just took it above and just bought it.
Now what happens when you hit a growth spurt next year and this suit's not going to fit you? What you going to do then?
I don't know.
So how did you get the name T-Money?
I honestly don't really know. He just came up with it one day when we were at rec just playing basketball.
Now, do you have a pregame meal that you like or anything post? I'm sure you like to eat a little bit, but do you have a favorite pregame meal or postgame meal?
Not really. I like to, after the games, we normally go out to Las Palapas.
So what do you usually get at Las Palapas?
Bowl of dip with a side of rice.
Okay. I'm not a huge Mexican food guy myself, but I'm sure you enjoy that pretty well then.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, you're going to be, at Old Town High School the next couple of years, too. Yeah. What are some of the goals that you're setting for yourself, both personally, and what would you like to see the Coyotes do when you get there in a couple of years?
I want to win a Northern Maine game and a state championship.
It's pretty lofty goals, absolutely. Nothing like hoisting that gold ball at the end of the season, right?
Yep.
Absolutely. Now, upcoming high school basketball tournament coming up. How many games do you plan to see at the tournament?
I hope all the Old Town ones, and normally when my dad goes, I just end up tailing along, so I'll pretty much most of them.
So you pretty much live there pretty much all week then?
Yep.
Hey, that's awesome. What is it that you most enjoy about the high school basketball tournament?
All of the stuff going on, you get to see other players from all of the places, all over towns.
Now, now you're in middle school now, so are you usually welcome to the students section there? Or do you kind of sit with some of your middle school friends?
I sit with some of my friends and my parents.
That's awesome. Now, do you have what are your future plans beyond high school? Have you thought about what you want to do career later? Be an electrician. That's great. Now, one of the last questions I have to ask you. Now, this is going to kind of separate the men from the boys a little bit. Okay, so I know it's kind of a controversial subject.
Okay.
I'm assuming you eat hot dogs.
Yep.
You do. What's your thoughts on ketchup on hot dogs?
I don't like ketchup personally. It's disgusting.
You're a man after my own heart. Ketchup belongs nowhere near a hot dog, right?
Nope.
Not at all. So what do you think about the second half here tonight?
I hope Old Town goes off a little bit, shoot a little better from the outside, and look down in the post.
Absolutely. Tyler, this is Tyler Mahaney. Great having you as a halftime guest here. You've been super and really appreciate having you on the Black Bear Crane Halftime Report.
And stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business. To Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing a vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Welcome back here to the Black Bear Crane Halftime Show. Great interview there, Bob. Want to thank you for taking the time to join us here on the Black Bear Crane Halftime Show, and we want to thank a few more of the sponsors who have helped make all of these broadcasts free and accessible for everybody. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection, to modular home communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. If you need a vehicle, contact Sonny, Sean, Brian, or Ryan at Hartley's. Easy financing available. Great selection of new and used. Call 207-368-5751. And Maine Mapping Company. Maine Mapping Company provides all of your land surveying and mapping needs throughout the state of Maine. Centrally located in Dexter, Maine Mapping provides boundary, topographic, and aerial surveys, as well as construction survey services statewide. Visit us at www.mainemappingco.com or check out our Facebook page to get more information or request a quote. Real quickly, want to run down some of those first half stats. Braden Brown, 9 points for the Old Town Coyotes. Grayson Tebow, he had 13 along with a pair of assists. Emmett Byther has 7 points as well as 4 rebounds there in the first half. Leading all scorers for the Ponies is Jaden Richard and Fernando Olivero at 6 apiece. And that's how we enter this second half of action. 42-30 advantage Old Town over the Ponies. Tebow now passing it inside to Brown. Back over Mahaney. Good action to start this second half of action. Tebow now. Much more methodical pace to start this second half, Bob. Taking their time on offense is Old Town.
Yeah, got the 12-point lead. They don't need to be in a hurry.
And they find it. The ball ended up where it wanted to go. Byther inside, but stolen away by Adam Connor.
Yeah, quick double down in the interior that time for Foxcroft Academy on Byther.
Also, Mudachev getting the start this second half. Puts up the 3 there off the mark. Maybe looking for a little bit more size out there to contend with Byther on the interior. Mudachev getting the start this second half. Ellis to Brown. Brown the drive. Good defense by the Ponies. Forcing the ball back out. Ellis has it now. Leaves it off. That's Tebow. Leading all scorers so far in this one with 13 in that first half. Good defense by Mudichev. Kick to the corner. Mahaney, good look at it. Off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds off of Old Town. Carson Ellis, good hustle on that attempt as Bob looks like Old Town's coming out in full court pressure here.
Yeah, going to go back full court man.
When you do that, you do give the opportunity, if everybody clears out, for Richard to go one-on-one, bringing the ball up the court. But great defense on display here by both Ellis and Tebow, making life very difficult for Richard bringing that ball up.
Yeah, they set a ball screen that time for Richard, and the Old Town switched on that.
Did so very effectively. Pass played across the Chase to Connor. Good ball movement on this trip down. Richard all the way to the rim, fouled. Going to have a chance for two as that foul is going to go against Brendan Mahaney.
Yeah, Mudichev went to set a ball screen at the high post. Richard fake dribbled one way and then went to the clear side of the floor on the right side. Now he's going to get the foul line.
And he's good. 3 for 3 from the line so far today. Good on the second as well. 4 or 5 as a team from the free throw line so far, the Ponies. Tebow now, behind the back. Good ball moving around the perimeter, finds its way into the hands of Braden Brown, who knocks down the three. 4 threes on the game for Brown. Richard hands it off to Connor. Luchev thought about the three. A lot happening on the perimeter right now. Old Town making life very difficult and trying to get inside the paint here, as that foul is going to get whistled against Ellis.
Little reach around foul that time for Carson Ellis.
Richard, he's going to take the ball out for the Ponies. Chase on the dive, ends up in the hands of Crocker. Nice backdoor cut. Chase up and in for 2.
Yeah, really nice job that time by Chase on the backdoor cut. Set his man up, went one way, and then cut backdoor for the basket on the layup.
Great look by Caden Crocker to find him as well. Brown now the drive. Layup good. First points of the night to fall for Brown that weren't of the three-point variety. Richard keeping the ball alive, ends up in the hands of Crocker. Double along the baseline, it looks like, between Byther and Brown. Crocker was forced out of play there, but it looks like they're going to get a block called.
Looks like it's going to go against Brendan Mahaney.
Yeah, that's at least his second. Oh, they put up 2-5 on the board.
They're going to give it to Byther.
Yep.
Give it to Byther.
Chase Richard in the corner. On the drive, dumps it off to Mudichev. Going to be fouled on the way up, and that's going to also be against Byther, so that's going to be his second.
Yeah, I think Foxcroft Academy in the second half, they've really looked to establish Mudichev inside, and picked up a couple quick fouls on Byther here to start the second half.
You don't always see this, Bob, but Old Town likes to put 2 men back on the free throw attempts here, and the Ponies are just going with them. So the Ponies are sacrificing 1 rebounder here as Mudichev was good on the first attempt from the line there.
And I'm sure that was a point of emphasis at halftime, too, is really to limit Old Town's transition opportunities.
Mudichev 1 of 2 from the line. That attempt down. Ellis was going to the rim. Looked like he lost it on the way up. Ended up in the hands of, I believe, Mudichev to Richard. Richard, good job keeping that pivot foot alive. Ends up with Adam Connor. 4 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in this third quarter of action. Ellis on Richard. Screen set now. Floater put up by Richard. Off the mark, rebound inside. That was Adam Connor. Off the mark, Richard, layup for 2. So a pair of offensive rebounds. That trip down ends up in 2 points for the Ponies. They've got the lead back within 10.
Yeah, Foxcroft just doing enough in the ball game so far to really just kind of hang around.
And that ball was intended inside to Ellis, but almost thrown away. Tebow, clean look, makes a look.
Good ball reversal that time to Tebow, and was able to stick the three from the top of the key.
And he's got his 4th three of the night. Turnover this situation. Mahaney now up and in for 2. And that's how the action turns around quickly in terms of momentum. Back to a 15-point game now. Mudachev now. Off the chase, Adam Connor. Pump fake, Mudachev from deep. Front rim off the mark, rebound Brandon Mahaney. Shot off the mark, battle for the rebound. It was Byther and Richard and ended up in the hands of Crocker. And Carey going to be called there in transition. Good transition defense that trip down. Oliveira, Smith, and Rayfield in for the Ponies. 2:56 remaining here in the third quarter of action. Fernandez set to check back in. Next opportunity for Old Town, as well as I believe that's Gifford on the far side. Tebow from that exact spot he made it a moment ago. Deja vu. From that exact spot he made it a moment ago. For Tebow, we're going to take a quick commercial break following this timeout.
Sluggers baseball and softball training offers a variety of classes and leagues to expose you to a wider view of the game. Sluggers leads the way in baseball and softball training with industry-leading technology such as HitTrax that combines a traditional batting cage experience with modern analytics, all from the virtual diamond of your favorite ballpark. Check out Sluggers today on Facebook, schedule online, or call 207-951-2250 to start your journey with the best training staff around. Excellence starts at Sluggers.
Welcome back here following the timeout. Red hot is Grayson Tebow in this one tonight.
He shot the ball very well, and defensively he's done a stellar job as well.
Now up to 19 points on the game, Bob. 5 3-pointers. And what's been an offensive explosion for Old Town. Richard off on the drive, tipped out of bounds, going to go back to Old Town. The lead was cut to 10. Since that point, it's been an 8-0 run by Old Town here. 2:24 remaining in this third quarter of action. Tebow to Gifford. Brown, he's had the hot hand as well tonight. A lot of attention on Tebow now. Brown the drive, kicking it out, found its way to Gifford. Extra pass Fernandez. Look at the ball movement across the perimeter on display here. Tebow knifing through traffic. Mahaney from 3, off the mark, batted out though. And it ended up in the hands of Braden Brown, who's fouled. That one's going to go against Jackson Smith. Just the first team foul of the quarter against the Ponies here.
The thing I like about this Old Town team, too, is especially their guard play. They shoot the ball very well from the perimeter, but they can also put the ball on the floor, take it at the rim, and they're very, very versatile.
As you saw, a nice post move opportunity that created a good look at 3 on that trip down. But ended up in a Fernando Oliveira rebound. Ponies going the other way. Mahaney, good defense, knocks that back out of play. It feels like when the Ponies have made a little run to get back into this game, Old Town's just had the answer each time. And offense has been their bread and butter tonight, shooting the ball from behind the arc, making a lot of their looks and making it look easy. Richard with Fernandez on him. Now looking for Oliveira inside, post up against Mahaney. Good defense, Crocker, clean look, up and in for 3. Caden Crocker gets his first points of this second half. Coming up on 1 minute remaining in this third quarter of action. Gifford now. Brown has it. Skip pass. Clean look. Off the mark, rebounded by Crocker. Now going to be headed back in transition for the Ponies. Good defense inside, but nice pass by Crocker off the mark. Oliveira followed his own miss, up and in for an easy 2. Now 30 seconds remaining here in this third quarter of action. Lead cut down to 13 now. Almost tipped and stolen away there. Fernandez off the mark. Oliveira has it, racing back in transition. Spin move to the rim. Off the mark. Offensive board. Another offensive rebound. Off both times was Jackson Smith. Now 8 seconds remaining. 5 seconds. Mahaney. Brown. Step back. Front rim off the mark. That's going to be how the third quarter of action expires. 55-42 advantage Old Town headed into the fourth quarter.
All across New England, business owners are finding new ways to succeed. Families are working hard to provide for their loved ones and their future. It's the spirit of New Englanders that inspires all of us to do more. It's in our employees, our customers, and our communities. Every day we do more. Because at Bangor Savings Bank, we truly believe you matter more.
Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing a vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Welcome back here to Foxcroft Academy as we prepare for this fourth quarter of action. It's been an offensive performance to say the least by Old Town so far. They lead 55-42. Ponies looking to claw back into this one. Rayfield now has Brown on him. Dump off inside. That's Oliveira up and in for 2. Nice look by Wyatt Rayfield. Found Oliveira inside. Lead down to 11 now. Tebow, corner. Looking for Byther inside. Nice behind the back, but good defense by Jackson Smith. Great hustle by Gifford, keeping that basketball alive. Tebow now. A lot of action happening from the corner here on this trip down. The Pony student section starting to get into this one now.
Well, full out one in action right now for Old Town. Get the ball inside to Byther and out.
He was doubled immediately upon catching it. Shot put up by Tebow off the mark. Offensive rebound and follow. Up and in for Byther. He's got 9 points. I have him for at least 5 rebounds. As Crocker in transition for 3.
Third 3 in the ball game for Crocker so far.
We've seen quite a few of three-pointers falling in this gym so far tonight. 10-point game now. Gifford was looking for Byther on the roll. Now finds him. Easy opportunity. Up and in for 2.
Smith gambled that time, tried to go for the steal. There was no help defense that time. Byther was able to get the easy layup.
You know, Jackson Smith works very hard inside, but Byther just has that size as Oliveira left that one off the front of the rim. Off the mark, couldn't believe it. Brown in transition for 3.
And in transition, that's almost like a layup for them, and plus they get an extra point for it.
And that is 5 3-pointers on the game for Brown, 5 3-pointers on the game for Grayson Tebow. Crocker, a lot of physicality and action on that trip down. He's going to have a chance for 2 from the line is Crocker here. First attempt from the line is good for Crocker. Mahaney checking back into the game now. Mudachev checking back in, replacing Oliveira. Now the Ponies putting 2 back to match the 2 of Old Town here. And Crocker good on the second. He's got 5 points in this fourth quarter alone, 13 on the game. Tebow now. Opportunity for a backdoor cut. Ball was tipped. Ends up in the hands of Crocker. Pass ahead. Layup. Opportunity up and in.
He Silas Topolsky that time with the basket. Just came in the ball game.
Yeah, player we saw a lot in the JV action as well. Making things happen. Speaking of, Jackson Smith, the steal. Ball tipped away. Good steal back by Old Town. That was Gifford, who not only stole that ball, but managed to save it back into Byther. Very athletic play right there. 5:05 remaining in the fourth. 62-51, Old Town advantage. Good look at a three, up and in.
It's be Gifford that time for three, his first basket of the ball game.
And add another three-pointer to the box score so far for Old Town. That was Topolsky. Great spark off the bench for him. Off the mark on that attempt. Tebow, a little out of control, but managed to keep the dribble alive. Thought about the step back there, off the mark. Haney in the corner to Gifford. Had the three a moment ago. Byther trying to go to work inside. Nice strong move, up and in. Byther having a day himself. He's got 13 points. Timeout taken by Coach Toby Nelson. We're going to keep it here. Take the opportunity to thank a few more of the sponsors who have helped make this possible. But also at this time, we do want to mention that if you want to contact Mark Callan and Eastern Maine Sports, we will have tournament coverage this year in the form of an audio broadcast for select games going on at the tournament. Some of the local teams we cover in our area. So if you want your team to get covered, you can reach out to Mark Callan at easternmainsports@gmail.com, and we'd be happy to cover your games as well. At this time, we want to thank a few more of the sponsors. Black Bear Crane. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. If you need a vehicle, contact Sonny, Sean, Brian, or Ryan at Hartley's. Easy financing available. Great selection of new and used. Call 207-368-5751. Also want to thank Maine Mapping Company, who's been our replay sponsor of the game. All right, Bob, so 4:13 remaining, 16-point advantage for Old Town right now. I expect to see a press. I expect to see some different styles of defense. That's going to be a player control foul against Jaden Richard. Great defense on that trip down by Ellis.
One thing about Old Town's guards, though, they really defend very, very well. Richards had a number of defenders on him tonight. Fernandez has taken a shot, at him, so isn't Tebow, and then Carson Ellis as well. So they've had a lot of guys really done a nice job.
As Rayfield checked in, replacing Richard. Brown now. Gives it back to Tebow. Now under 4 minutes to play here. Pass in the corner. Looking inside. Gives it to Byther. Muduchev's done a nice job on him, but that's easier said than done. Byther very solid on post moves and aggressive and physical and quick. Very tough combination. Brown now kicks to the corner. Tebow for three.
Way back in December when we had our basketball preview show, we talked about some of the teams to beat this year. And one thing I had mentioned is I really liked Old Town because I think of all the teams, they might be the most complete team in Class B.
And they are showing that they are a team to be reckoned with tonight. 70 points, 3 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter. Connor now, shot fake, puts it up, blocked. Offensively, defensively, Old Town's all over the floor tonight. Turnover there. As we approach the latter half of this game with under 3 minutes remaining, do need to start to think about our Bangor Savings Bank player of the game, Bob. And right now I think leading the charge is Grayson Tebow with the performance he's had out here. Not to say that he's the only one. Travel there by Jaden Richard. Is now the lead up to 19. Momentum definitely feels in favor of Old Town at this point. I think Grayson Tebow and the performance he's had, especially shooting the ball, has just been a lot to contend with in this one, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, they've shot the ball very well. I mean, he's certainly shot the ball well. And then also defensively, what he's done as well, I think.
Makes another three, 25 points. 7 3-pointers. New into the game, that's Devin Henderson. Inside, I believe, yep. Devin Henderson for the Ponies. Tipped away, Crocker. Thought about a three, he's gonna hoist it up. Makes a good look at it. That's a hard-earned basket for Caden Crocker. Brown has it now. Pass inside, that's Byther. Good post move, off the mark, got his own miss, gonna be fouled. Chance for two coming from the line.
And Old Town just seems to get better and better as the season's gone on as well. And, huge statement when, up 19, minute 57 to go. I mean, this is a huge statement for them here tonight.
Yeah, I have him down for Emmett Byther. I have him down for 13 points, unofficially 6 rebounds. Make that 14 points now. As we're going to see some substitutions here for the Ponies. Topolsky checking in, replacing Richard. Ashton Aid checking in, replacing Caden Crocker.
20-point ball game. It's actually been a fun game to do tonight, though. And I think, just Old Town just so fun to watch. And then, yeah, I mean, it really says more about what Old Town did tonight than really about Foxcroft Academy. And Foxcroft's a quality ball club, but
that they are. It's going to be tough for them to finish within that top 4 now. Old Town pretty much putting themselves in the driver's seat to finish in that 4 spot, at least here. 1:35 remaining in this one. Stick around after the game. We are going to have a post-game show. Bangor Savings Bank player of the game will be joining us, Bob. I think it's safe to say that that's going to be Grayson Tebow. 7 3-pointers, 25 points so far. I mean, this game's not over yet, but just an incredible performance by him out here tonight, and a number of Old Town Coyotes that could have been very deserving of that. As I assume we're going to see a couple of substitutions here. Checking out Byther, Brown, and Mahaney checking into the game. It looks like Gom, Joshua Harvey, as well as, I believe, Logan Brown, number 31. So now with 1:05 remaining, or 1:08 to be exact on the clock, 21-point advantage for Old Town. They're going to come away with a win and increase that 10-game winning streak to 11 and advance to 15-2 on the season. A couple more substitutions. Grayson Tebow ends his night as well as Carson Ellis. Yes, he ends his night as well. Just great overall performance by them. Complete team victory, start to finish. I don't have the running score, Bob, but I don't believe Old Town ever trailed in this one. As you see, Topolsky put up a nice shot there. Nice spark off the bench so far tonight. A wire-to-wire
They were down
victory.
2-0 to start the game.
Gotcha. So ever since that point.
Then Tebow hit a 3, and then the rest was his. No, actually, Brown hit the first 3. And then
I think it was 4-3 at one point, potentially.
Might have been. Yes, it was.
It's all semantics, X's and O's at this point. 30 seconds remaining. A game dominated by Old Town in their offensive performance. Shot put up there off the mark. Ashton Aid comes away with the rebound. Jump ball going to be called. It's going to go back to Old Town. My broadcast partner, Bob Beetham's going to go down and prepare to grab post-game Bangor Savings Bank player of the game for the post-game show here, as well as potentially Coach Libby, if we can get both of them up here to join us. At the conclusion of this one, we're going to take one brief 30-second break and then rejoin you for the post-game show. 15 seconds remaining. Let's see if the Coyotes elect to just dribble this one out. Ponies still playing tough. Hard coach team, very disciplined. Not going to give up till the final whistle here. Now with 2.4 on the clock, that's going to do it. Tally up the final stats for this one in a bit. Grayson Tebow ends his night as our Bangor Savings Bank player of the game. He'll be joining us post-game again. Want to mention, as the clock's going to expire, we're going to take a commercial break and rejoin you for the post-game show.
All across New England, business owners are finding new ways to succeed. Families are working hard to provide for their loved ones and their future. It's the spirit of New Englanders that inspires all of us to do more. It's in our employees, our customers, and our communities. Every day we do more. Because at Bangor Savings Bank, we truly believe you matter more.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Welcome back here. I'm joined by Grayson Tebow. Just what a performance by you and your team tonight as well. But let's talk a little bit about you. First of all, this is for you. It's our Bangor Savings Bank gift card. $10. Use it however you want.
Thank you.
I mean, Grayson, start to finish, offensively, things were clicking for you guys. But let's talk a little bit about your performance. 25 points, 7 3-pointers. When did you know that you were in rhythm and that you had the hot hand tonight?
Well, it started in warm-ups. I just wasn't missing, so came into the game with some confidence and started hitting my shots.
And your team wasn't missing as well. I mean, Brain Brown, he had 3 first-quarter 3-pointers.
Big ones.
When you guys are off to a hot start like that, are you guys calling for the ball more? Are you not choosing to talk about it? Kind of like a no-hitter in baseball. Or what is the mindset of your group when you know you guys have it going tonight?
When we just have it going, we just are clicking. No one has to talk or call for the ball. It's just all in a rhythm.
Yeah, and as great as you guys were offensively, defensively you guys are also very tough, and you especially. They have some great players on their side of the ball. Jaden Richard does a lot for them offensively, bringing the ball down. As a team, and you specifically, what were you looking for on the defensive end, and what were you trying to do defensively tonight to disrupt them?
We just really tried to slow down Jaden when he was dribbling up the ball, and then watch Caden Crocker with his 3-pointers.
Yeah.
And just rebound the ball also.
And you guys did a great job of that. I do want to maybe touch on a couple of your teammates here. Emmett Byther, he did a great job on the interior for you guys, and kind of talk about what those type of players are able to do as well, because they're not up here in the booth with us right now, but Emmett had a great game out here tonight. Mahaney, he did a great job rebounding the ball, and you guys really had a complete team performance. So kind of just speak to what you view happened in that game and how your overall feeling of that was.
It's every game with them. Having them down there for the rebounds gives us shooters confidence to keep shooting. If we miss, they'll get the rebounds for us.
Yeah, and this will be my last question. I'll let you go here, but we're entering the end of the regular season here, and you guys, with that win, you increased to an 11-game win streak. You're ending the season right where you want to. I mean, you're in the 4th spot right now, but it's a great place to be. Where is your confidence level at as you prepare for tourney season and the fun that is the cross-center experience or the tournament experience overall?
I mean, we believe that we can go the rest of the way, so our confidence just keeps rising with each win.
Well, if you shoot like that, it's going to be tough to beat you any day. But, Grayson, thank you so much. 25 points, 7 3-pointers on the game. I'll take the headset from you, and you can get back with your team. But thank you so much again. You are a Bangor Savings Bank player of the game.
Thank you for having me.
Want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on the broadcast as well. Signing off from